Everybody, welcome back to WWTF1, the Classic Game Show. I'm MikeC.
And I am Fred Y.
Fred, what we talking about today, brother?
Now, you know it's the end of Black History Hour, because that's what I call it, at least. And we have to remind all you parents and all you teachers and all you just people in education that I always say, and I get a lot of flack for it, that Black History Month is a joke, right? And I will continue to keep saying that until they put this curriculum in just a regular circulation of learning, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're going to do the math for you today, right? Let me somebody pull up their calendar if you're watching this video. Now, how many days in February? This is how we're gonna do our multiplication. We're gonna time the days, how many days it is in February. Then you're gonna count the school days that's in February. Then you're gonna count the amount of time that a class takes to teach February. The teaches Black History Month. Now, when I was in high school, Largo High School, our Black History Month, and even before that, consisted of watching Roots. We just watch Roots, and I am the kid that gets called in the principal's office because I'm sitting up here fighting these white kids because of the word niggas being used. It's just being used around. Now, when the WA was out here, niggas was acceptable. But then when you are a young Black African-American kid and you see what happened in our history, and that word just becomes a violent set-off. So if you equal the amount of time that your kids spend in school learning Black History Month, it is a joke. So it's not even 24 hours. It doesn't even equal up to that. So they try to teach 400 years of what our ancestors went through in the shortest month of the year. Mm-hmm. So
yep, they concentrate on 1 month when it should be a year-long curriculum.
Yes. Now, I have nothing against different foreign people, but if you are of Mexican or Spanish descent, if you speak the native language of Spanish, I don't have no problem with that. The only problem that I have with it is that they teach that curriculum in high school, but that's a year-long high school, Spanish or any other type of foreign language, should I say. They teach that all year round. But what they don't teach is Black History Month. And to learn about Black history, you have to go to college in order to pay for that when you should have got it free. Now, there's nobody better than anybody else. There's no race that equals out more than the other one. We're all as one. We're all one. We're supposed to be one nation under God and all that good jazz that everybody preaches. But it's still, to this day, it's like that, a lot of people do have a problem with the African American community. They depict us as being this savage, violent, and all these other acronyms that you can name to describe who we are. The denial of businesses, the denial of living arrangements, just the denial of basic human rights that we all deem that we need. You know what I'm saying? Right. The wars that were fought, African Americans that fought in that war, when they came back from war, they weren't treated as heroes. When we won a war, they weren't treated as heroes. They came back to the same bullshit that they were attested to, So this country has been racist. It's always going to be racist. I don't know what key you can turn to get it to one accord. I don't know, but just Black History Month. That's why I don't fuck with Kanye West at all. Because when he made that ignorant statement that slavery was a choice, it has not been a choice. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to go to work now, or you can choose to call out and say, look, I'm not coming in, or you can just choose to say, fuck it, I quit and walk away. Now, your mortgage ain't going to get paid and your lights going to get cut off, and you're not going to be able to play no online games at all because your cable turned off. You know what I'm saying? So that was never a choice that the slaves had. They didn't have a choice. You had to go out there and work 365. You didn't have no pension, no sick leave. You didn't accumulate vacation time. I mean, what vacation time did you gonna have to go from one door to the next door? You know what I'm saying? They didn't get holidays. They didn't get any type of special occasions. You know, they didn't get none of that. So for that Kanye West to even say something about slavery was a choice, it never was. And his mother was some sort of teacher or something in the school system. And you would think that he would know a little bit better than what he's saying now. You know, that was just blatant ignorance. But to say that slavery was a choice, it never was. And I always say to this day that Black History Month is a joke, and it would always be a joke to me because they don't teach African American kids to their history. And the saddest thing is that African American kids are taught how to be employees in school. They're not taught how to be a boss. A boss knows how to manage their finances. A boss knows how to regulate other people under them. And African American kids don't get taught that. The basic essentials: how to balance a checkbook, the importance of financial inside, you know, your home after you leave your mama's house. You know what I'm saying? These are all key points that are taught to other races and not to African American kids. And you can see it by the courses that they take. You know, basic math. 1 + 1 = 2. That's all you need to know. Now you can go ahead and walk across that stage. It's a lot of stuff, man. But I don't want to keep rambling on. Mike, you got anything?
Well, just you basically hit up as far as about the whole Black History Month type of thing. You know, it should always be, as far as that particular type of history is always coveted or either hidden because they don't want to show the exploits that we built this country that we live in, and just so many wrongdoings and you know, just not the good light shine upon us as far as all the contributions we gave to this to a lot of things that we use on a daily basis. So and far as, you know, just history period, they're trying to stop any type of history far as with Black people from being actually taught. As they say, a lot of stuff are banned in particular types of history, far as just not of Black races but other races as well too. You know, because they say it brings, I guess, a negative effect on other people. And you know what other people I'm talking about, as far as how they treated different races, but you still gotta know where you came from to grow into a better place. Them up there shutting the door on history is not a way far as us to learn from it and make better choices, because that's why it's called history. It ain't called repeat. It's called history.
Correct.
Because you change what was to make it something better. That's what we all should be striving as a human being to do. Try to make things better, not make things worse than when we got here. We always want to make it better. Just like for your kids, you want their life to be better than yours were. So that's always my goal, and as far as to always to push other people to do, man. You gotta do better. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah. And you know, you gotta understand, man, that we have both sides. We have the serious side and we have the joking side. But this is something that we are real adamant on, especially with the month of February. This 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 whole public school system is just broken to like I don't know what you can do to fix it, but it's not equal among all races. I've heard there are some schools. I've heard of an event that there was a kid that went to a all Spanish speaking school, and I think they were the only black kid there. And for even the parents, that was dumb for the parents to send them out there. But it's just stupid stuff like that. I mean, I just don't get the education that the public school gives out, and I don't get why you have to pay all this extra amount of money to learn your heritage when you should have learned that inside of grade school instead of learning all the bad stuff that happened and learning about the peanut guy and the guy that did the first open heart surgery and the traffic light guy and, you know, of course, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Jane Pittman and all these other. Who was Jane Pittman? That was Cicely Tyson or whatever role she played. That's all I remember. But, you know, it's just a shame that, especially when I was growing up, the way that we were taught our history, and it's never in a good light. And then you see the same stuff that that the civil rights activists were begging for change for and all this other stuff, all that stuff that happened, it's still happening to this day, and it's increasing. You know, I can't fathom how with this day and age of cell phones and video cameras and all that other stuff, if you get the proof documented and it's seen by millions or billions of people, it still is questionable or denied.
Yeah.
You know,
like black and white, right? Yeah, it's like they're black and white. Yeah,
it was like the Rodney King trial when they showed the police whipping his ass. Like, you didn't see that. I mean, you did not see the Domino's truck pull up and give all the cops pizza, and they took a water break, and Rodney King was laying on the ground, and they broke for like 5 minutes, and they went back and whipped his ass again. You didn't see that? I mean, and these cats got off. What has to happen for America to see African Americans as equal? And I don't care about Barack Obama being the first or second black president, and I don't care about Jay-Z or Beyonce being millionaires or Oprah being millionaires. I don't care about that, because in one snap they can be cut back down to reality. If Oprah pissed somebody off, she'll turn right into Harpo or whatever her name was in The Color Purple. They'll turn their ass right into that. You know what I'm saying? So when you black, you got to move carefully. Your steps have to be placed exactly. But, you know, Black History Month, y'all call it what y'all want to call it. I call it a joke. It is what it is. And I'm going to call it a joke until the system change. So, my apologies.
Don't apologize.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You know what I mean? You don't like it, swipe to the left.
But make sure you tell people about us.
Yeah.
As far as at the game show. Anything else to add, Fred?
That's it.
All right, so you can get some water.
Yeah.
Like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Gamer Show for that. Don't forget to head to the Facebook store page to find local prices. Don't forget to hit us up from vTime. Don't forget to subscribe, become a Gamers Club member. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. We drop videos like these. Tell people about what we do here at the Game Show.
And please remember to like and subscribe. And follow all our social networks. I just had a hiccup. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. And we'll see. Yeah. We'll see y'all next time on WWTF.
What the facts?
Game Show.
So people watching, thanks always for tuning in.
Later, y'all.